is hard for something you already got. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. Friends are coming through the door. Wheels are spinning on the floor. We don't know what we don't know. That's the only way to grow. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. What you're looking for is in your hand, been there all along. Pour another cup and pull a chair. Sing along. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. Hey! Hey!
Good morning, HubSpot Nation. Welcome to another Orange Morning. It is Tuesday, July 21st, 2026. Here with Casey Hawkins. Looks like it's just us today.
Good morning. Yeah, it's just us. It's been a while since it's just been us, but mostly because you were at the boot camp last week.
Yep. So if you're out there watching and you want to jump on with us today, we're looking for another co-host. And you're happy to join us, or we're happy if you join us. And
You'd be happy too.
yeah, I'd be happy if that happened as well. And you know what else is exciting? Talking about AI ROI all week here in the Value First universe, while also trying to get better at letting people know about all the stuff that we're doing. Later today, Yumi and Clemen will be doing, I think, which our last episode of Value First Data, with the focus on the AI ROI reckoning, not being overly dramatic at all.
Reckoning.
We're gonna do our best to kind of put everything we've learned throughout the series together. We've got an AI ROI framework that we're going to go through. That was, credit most of this to Aaron, but definitely from the work done with Aaron and Trisha on AI data readiness. Surprise, surprise, one of the areas is new capabilities, and have you built them? I think is going to be a sleeper hit if you're looking for AI ROI. And then we've made some progress on our own site for this show. So if you're curious about what Joshua Oakes had to say about AI ROI on yesterday's show, you can come and check out the website. Got all the some recaps. You can watch everything that we've been up to. And then we've also got a new HubSpot updates page where you can click on in and get our take on exciting updates like column level filtering. And see the full discussion here. So we're working on doing a better job of distribution and clipping stuff up and making it easier to consume. So if that's something that's interesting for you, we'd love to have you subscribe. Or if you want to join us, you can, fill out the Be a Guest. Check out the Be a Guest page and give us set up some time to chat, and we'd love to chat with you. Uh, you've been doing a great job putting that site together, Casey. Thank you for
Thank you.
that. And then later today, everybody's favorite HubSpot topic, user permissions. Just came up for us yesterday. It probably does come up almost every day in HubSpot land. So it's an important topic, and this team has worked really hard on making this just a way better experience. If you haven't been in there in the last year or so, it's dramatically different, including like job org chart level, like data and relationships over there. So a ton of progress being made. That's on the admins hug later today at 11 Eastern. How about some updates? Unless you have anything else you want to highlight.
No, just the user permissions. Kyle posted something a few weeks ago about like they're working on something with user permissions where you can ask Breeze and Breeze will help kind of figure out the exact permissions that you need, which I think is very nice because sometimes there's like nested things, like you need multiple permissions, or I get into like reports. I feel like I always get kind of gotcha'd over with permissions because it's like, well, you need to turn on report permissions and then you turn on like the specific reports permissions and things like that. So excited to see what the team has to show. I think that's my favorite part of the HubSpot admin hug, is they have these product managers come in and they're often showing who the like what's coming next in a way that's very interesting, and nice to give feedback on things like that. The biggest joke in as a HubSpot admin is the everyone's a super admin. I mean, but I mean, it's a joke, but I do it too. You just get sick of trying to figure out exactly which permission you need to do what. And so then you just
It used to be really, really hard, like really, really, really hard for some things where you'd just be like, all right, I tried to do it the right way, but I literally cannot figure out how to give you permission to change this view setting because I couldn't figure out that I had to give you like property settings change access. So they've come a long way since then, and it's so granular across teams, across users, across property levels, right? So definitely check that out if you're someone responsible for user permissions.
So on the updates today, we did cover some of these yesterday because there weren't any updates from Friday, but there are still some new ones and some ones probably worth reviewing again. The top two we didn't talk about yesterday, but also this one, sequence task associations, is hiding kind of in the middle also.
Sequence task associations.
Yeah, I was gonna just yeah. I don't think we've talked about this one yet.
We have not. Tasks growing up every day. What is sequence task associations? Tasks created by sequences will now automatically associate with contacts, companies, deals, and other objects following the automatic activity association settings you've already configured in your account.
Why does it matter? Previously, tasks created by sequences were only associated with the enrolled contact. This meant reps had to manually associate tasks with other records, creating extra friction and inconsistency.
It's a big deal. You're just talking about tasks with a team. You know, it's easy to think they're a good idea Like I need to notify somebody about something, or I need to remember myself and I want to have a due date and like, but it gets out of sight, out of mind very quickly. And when you remember and go see a huge task list, like it's like, all right, yeah, I'm not doing that. Um,
Mhm.
so I think it always comes down to if like you can reduce the noise by like inserting the task like in the workflow itself, like in the actual like not the automation workflow, but the workflow of the user. So it's just like an extra notification that kind of persists and has a way to retrigger persistent or retrigger notifications so that
Mhm.
we're not having to go look at a different task list and then come back to our actual tasks, right? I think that's
Yes.
the challenge. And there's so many different ways to do that in HubSpot now. I
Mhm.
am really liking tasks. I'm really liking notes. All these other kind of unstructured slash structured ways to like associating it with all the objects they need to be associated to is
Mhm.
the unlock for me.
Yeah, and I brought this up just because, where these settings are this came up a couple weeks ago in another update, but this was new to me. So if you go into your settings, you go to objects and then activities, there's a whole there's new there's new settings. The email login track settings are here. Your email frequency control is here, so you can set limits on how many emails are being sent out of your connected accounts, which is going to help with deliverability. But notably, the associations are here. So this mentioned that it's going to copy your association settings. Um, so in this instance, if an account or company is associated to a call, what else happens? Do we log it to all associated accounts, all associated contacts, things like that? So this is going to be where those tasks would kind of get mirrored from contacts to tasks. So it would log to the primary company automatically, things like that.
Yeah. And the movement that we've been seeing on filtering, on filters, and the ability to filter record lists based on what's associated to them is growing. So that's another reason why, like, you might consider this. Like, the person might not ever do the task, like, or might not ever click into the task to do it. But it's just another way to not clutter up the main records and the main
Mhm.
views, but also say like if there's a task associated and it's urgent, I have a list of my contact records that are that. So I
Mhm.
don't have to go into some task queue or some other queue and then try to work the contacts from there. And then everything works differently because I came in from that way instead of just working through the contacts list.
Mhm.
Um, so it's this is a little hard to get to right now if you don't
Mhm.
remember that you have to get to activities through objects. But once you've got that,
Mhm.
a lot of configurability over here.
Figurability.
Configurability.
All right.
I've got
So
some
the
21st stuff on my side too.
I know, but
Uh,
this is a that's then we get then we're in this whole thing where then we're always like, I don't know.
I mean, it's
It makes it
day
confusing.
2 and it's come through for us. So I'll let you off with that excuse like the moment that we show up and there aren't any. Um, uh, were there some others from yesterday besides sequence task associations that you wanted to hit on?
Describe an app, deploy it to your portal. We've discussed this before, but I do think this is a cool update. And what's changed, added direct link. Once you've been enrolled in this beta, visit this link directly to be taken to the builder.
Ooh, I'm in the beta too. Oh man,
Mhm.
that's the deep dive today. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, demo portal not in it. Value First portal in it. All right. So this is world changing, in my opinion. So let's
And you
come
wanted to
back
just
to
skip
it.
over it and go to
Let's come back to it because I think this will be our deep dive today.
And then we didn't talk about this Breeze Assistant support for payment link creation. We saw a few weeks ago Breeze Assistant is able to send the payment links, but now it's also able to create payment links.
Yep. And I saw Breeze today, just like based on saying update this, it just went and did the update, didn't even ask like it did it correctly, thankfully. But like it didn't do the thing where it's usually like,
Clarifying.
oh, do you want me to make these updates? Please approve. So it's getting better and better, like accessing just about any action in the portal. But what is this one? Breeze Assistant can now create and manage payment links for you. Just describe what you want: product, price, discount, billing schedule. And Breeze Assistant drafts a ready-to-use link in seconds. It also handles the full life cycle: clone an existing link, update its details, toggle discount codes, reroute confirmations, and activate, deactivate, or delete links, all by asking. Currently, only credit cards are accepted as a payment method.
Interesting. Why does it matter? Setting up and maintaining payment links manually means clicking into the editor and filling out each field by hand, then digging back in every time something changes. By letting Breeze Assistant handle it in a simple prompt, sellers can spin up a link to collect payment and keep it current. In a fraction of the time, it turns a multi-step, multi-screen task into a single conversational request, helping our sellers get paid faster.
Yep. Now we just have to get everybody understanding that they can do payment links in HubSpot, and that's okay.
Yeah. So just worth kind of calling out. So this is Breeze Assistant. This is like the sidebar chat experience inside of HubSpot. And I was just talking yesterday to a colleague of mine about a client who is primarily using Claude, and actually I don't even think they have like Breeze Assistant turned on in their portal. And I'm kind of like weighing the pros and cons of is it okay that they're just using the MCP connected to HubSpot? Should they be using Breeze Assistant in HubSpot? And I don't have I think it's going to be different for every team is the official answer on it right now. But it's interesting as the Breeze Assistant is able to do more, how things like what people are going to be using. The specific client I had in mind almost certainly doesn't know that payment links are a thing in HubSpot probably, but if they did, they would definitely be like, Casey, can you create a payment link for me, versus being able to ask Breeze Assistant. So
Yeah. Yep. And like my gut feel, especially like this is payment links and anything financial gets involved, it's like you want, like you probably get a little uneasy if users are coming in and talking to AI and creating payment links and updating descriptions and just cloning whichever payment link they want and then sending it to a customer or a prospect, right? So it's all about process and data model. And if you can put your folks in that position, as opposed to like the 2 or 3 hour process of getting a quote out the door, which is usually what these are competing with, there's a lot of opportunity to be realized for folks out there. And if you can embrace and build this space where Breeze can be successful, users can be successful, now it's actually much better to let Breeze just handle whether it needs to be cloned or not, what needs to be updated, what did we do last time, do we need to clone another one? Like it's going to help you with all that stuff. So
And I'm quite sure Breeze Assistant's only able to do that if that user has permissions to create payment links already. So I think, you know, the fear there around like, oh, people are going to be creating payment link. Many of those people may have already been able to, or may have been doing it manually, but it was taking longer and was, yeah, to your point, less consistent.
Yep. All right. You remember that part earlier in the show where I said we were able to filter objects and lists based on associated information?
When I opened the 21st, I was like, I wonder what Chris wants to talk about.
I didn't see it before you opened it. I just saw that there was 4 on my side. And I was like, well, clearly Casey hasn't realized that 4 updates have come out today.
No, it's just, I like a process. This is my...
cross object filtering on CRM index pages is here. What is it? You can now filter records on index pages based on properties from their associated objects. For example, you can filter contacts by deal properties, companies by ticket properties, or any primary record by its related object data.
Why does it matter? You need to see how your data connects to understand your business. Previously, answering questions like which companies have subscriptions up for renewal required manual data exports or building lists and reports. Now you can filter directly on index pages, for example, contacts, companies, deals, tasks, etc. To identify sales opportunities, monitor performance, and take action in real time without switching apps or exporting data. I think without switching, like the most common for me was I would get to an index page and then realize I need to switch to a segment so I can reference the associated records from there. Beta.
Join that beta. That one is a big deal. Again, if you're leaning into associations, which you should be.
Let's see. Probably a little too quick. That's fine.
Yep.
Open the filter panel. I know this is... Sometimes it takes a minute for the things to be turned on, but should be able to open the side panel there on the index pages and filter by associated objects. I'm guessing this experience is going to feel similar to, oh, here, okay, I was patient. Well, I wasn't patient actually, but except I lost it, but that's, I don't know where that tab went. But I can advance filter, and there's an add association here. So this bottom filter, interesting, is I'm looking at context right now. So these would be my context filters. And then advanced filters up here has associations, any contact. And then this is an account filter. Okay.
You remember our first episode of the helpline where you were creating workarounds to create ways to do stuff like this by automatically associating and then creating properties so that we could have association IDs, and just how far we've come with associations and visibility. Just yeah, lean into that data model, folks. Now we just, the last step is to have Breeze be able to make the index view for us.
Also, I kind of like this, just calling it out. So I'm only able to filter on one association. So I can't say company domain is test.com and um, deal stage is one or something like that. But it does say if I need more to go to segments, which is just, I don't know, that's a nice little element here that it's like, hey, there's more advanced filters over in this other tool. Because prior to this, I knew segments had more filtering, but if you didn't know that, then you might just think it's impossible to filter in a certain.
Yep. Getting there, getting to have all the power of segments over in the other places that we need the filters. So very cool to see them move so quickly. I just saw it for the first time on Friday. So they are continuing to make progress there. We've got a PriceBooks public API. I think that's new. What is it? Developers and partners can now programmatically create and manage PriceBooks using the HubSpot public API. The PriceBooks API enables applications to create, update, and organize pricing catalogs, assign products and prices, and associate PriceBooks with deals, making it possible to build and maintain pricing at scale without relying on the HubSpot UI.
Why does it matter? Many businesses already manage product catalogs and pricing in external ERP, PIM, CPQ, or custom systems. Manually recreating and maintaining price books in HubSpot can be time-consuming and difficult to keep in sync. The PriceBooks API enables automated catalog migrations, ongoing pricing scrutinization, and custom pricing workflows, allowing developers and partners to integrate HubSpot into their existing pricing operations while ensuring sellers use the correct pricing when building deals. I just said this to a client the other day, like a year ago, even, I feel like there was a big push, like just get everything and everyone in HubSpot. Just stop using all those other systems. Just use HubSpot. Like that was the way I felt like HubSpot was positioning itself, or that, yeah. But just really in the last 6 months or so, I think it's with the AI. I really think it's with AI mainly. It's suddenly becoming like, how can we integrate? Not everyone is going to work in HubSpot. Your accountant is not going to work in HubSpot, but how do we get the systems your accountant is using and the data to be accurate all together? So,
yep. And that's where when they say the PriceBooks API enables applications to create, it enables AI to create a lot of this stuff. And anytime, I always chuckle when it says, how the process works manually, like manually recreating and maintaining PriceBooks in HubSpot can be time consuming. Like that means it doesn't happen, right? It doesn't, like the more manual the process is, the less likely it's actually happening at all. So, which makes me think of all of our AI ROI conversations, all the stuff that's actually getting done that never would have been done before, is stuff like this. Because PriceBooks and CPQ and all this stuff has been so complex for humans to manage on their own. There are some really good ones out there that have figured it out, but in most cases, it's been really challenging to do this without like some kind of spreadsheet backup or, some other thing. So now you can get help from your favorite AI partner. Speaking of AI partners,
over to describe an app, deploy it to your portal.
I have waited long enough. I guess I could. Yeah, we'll read it first. But this is where we're gonna go. What is it? A conversational no-code tool that lets you describe a custom app in plain language and have it deployed directly into your HubSpot portal. No developer needed, no code. The app reads your portal data every time you open it using your own permissions. Although very flexible, HubSpot's built in tools like reports, dashboards, and views generally answer standard questions. And I'll add my commentary here, and are never enough to solve that random user inquiry about this random report need. Right. So this tool is for the questions that need a custom answer. A page that combines the exact objects, properties, and layout your team works from every day, presented in a way that doesn't exist in HubSpot out of the box or via existing customization possibilities.
Chris, why an app page and not a report?
Because reports are constrained to charts and tables. An app page can be any layout: cards, grids, side-by-side comparisons, a scrollable workspace, whatever structure actually fits how your team thinks. Reports typically answer one question at a time. An app page can pull together data from across your CRM, deals, contacts, tickets, custom objects, plus a bunch of narrative information like throughout to tell actually the story that we've been trying to tell for a long time in a single view without switching between records. A report is something you run. An app page is somewhere you go. A permanent page in your portal built for exactly one purpose: the way your team operates.
I guess I could have read that part. That was my bad. When they mess up with the format, then I get
all good. Now the pressure's on you to come up with a good idea for us to try.
What do I want to build?
Yes. So just a little bit of setup. This is so I'm very curious to see how it works in a portal that already has access to an app page like this, where if you're not familiar with app pages, makes sense because it's like a few months old. But this is an app page where I added documentation for our data model, and you click in and it says, what is this object, right? And I have all these different things that I built through my AI agents, right? And I had to use the development platform and I had to push the install button. And so I'm very interested, since it said no code and no like anything, if we can get to there. So what is your idea?
A deal works. A deal
Not-
workstation.
A deal workspace? Come on.
No, it was the example in the
Okay.
in the update itself. Can we do? I'm trying to make this. Well, I'm trying to see what would work in the value first. Oh, can we do something based on the updates? Okay, content calendar. A content calendar based on the recent HubSpot updates object.
I'm curious if this just fills it in. Yes. Okay. Build a content calendar, schedule and track content across channels related to our new HubSpot updates object. And maybe another orange morning too.
I didn't know if I knew about another orange, how much it knows about another.
All right. So in the update, it brings you to a new URL called the Breeze Builder. Your app will appear here as it's built. I am so excited right now.
It does say in the update what to expect. This is an early invite-only beta. You'll see rough edges. So
They've been saying that for almost everything
I'm just
recently,
and
which makes me feel better about the way that we build stuff when we're using AI.
we, like why the logo on the website currently.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Setting things up. This is going to be a rich one with your HubSpot updates object and another Orange Morning series.
One of my favorite things about AI is how it will just like compliment you like this. It'll just be like, "You are wonderful. Thanks."
I know, and this is without any setup. Like it's way worse or way better in our agent architecture. And it just renamed it on me. That's cool. Content calendar. Let's do another Orange Morning.
I'm immediately also thinking about lead scoring, obviously. Specifically here, I made a post just yesterday about, and I know I've talked to you about this, Chris, but lead scoring is supposed to be a thermometer. It's supposed to show you the coldest to the hottest leads. But people want people want it to just identify scolding hot leads that they didn't know about, which just isn't how it works, and it's an unrealistic expectation. But I am immediately curious if this is potentially a solution for what I think people should be shifting to with lead scoring, which is who are my hottest leads today? I don't care what they did specifically. I don't care if they did these specific 10 actions that I think everyone should do. I just want to know who are the hottest today. If I had 1 hour to reach out to people, who should I reach out to? I don't know.
Yes. What do I need to do next?
Mm-hmm.
Every user
Mm-hmm.
wants that from their HubSpot portal, no matter what role they're in, no matter what time of day they come into HubSpot. And if you can't give them that, that's one of the reasons they don't come into HubSpot.
That's a really good point. I mean, I just did this yesterday. I was working on a new project that I kicked off just yesterday, and I went over to Claude. I'd gone back and forth with the client on this, and I was just kind of like, what do I need to do? Like, it's day one. What do I need to do? So I think all of that to say anyone, any portal, I agree, needs that.
Yeah. Probably should have started this a little earlier. Because if we are really like the building as like this is like vibe coding experience, basically. So I won't be surprised if this takes like 10 minutes or more. If you're using any of those AI tools to build stuff, like if it's going like full app mode, it takes a minute.
Yeah, when it started thinking, I was immediately like, I guess this makes sense that it would be a little bit. This is your first time doing something in here, or have you used this already for something?
This is my first Breeze Builder moment.
Breeze Builder. Okay.
So it might be loading, configuring itself so that it doesn't take this long in the future. But the exciting piece of this is like if your data and context of your business is in HubSpot and this is sitting on like right next to that, I could see like getting help from Breeze to create the prompt and then prompt and say, like, here's the objects you're going to use, and here's the relationships we want to see. Here's the goal, like the goal of build a content calendar to schedule and track content across channels. Can we come up with some better examples? Like, how about a goal to like crush it, to like to grow the show, to like create value instead of just schedule and track. Like, I'm gonna work on the team. See if we can get some better examples. And
We'll talk.
apparently, I'm gonna have to pay off this tease tomorrow, as we need to wrap our show today.
Yeah, nothing quite like a cliffhanger. Our first ever cliffhanger on another Orange Morning.
Join us tomorrow on another Orange Morning to see if anything got built on another Orange Morning HQ. I promise not to touch it. Even if it breaks, I will show you that. Oh, we've taken another step here. Pulling in your live data from both the HubSpot updates object and the another Orange Morning series, which I think is always also a series object.
Oh.
So basically all of the data related to this show and all the episodes and who's on it and what we've talked about is all in HubSpot. So it's got a ton to work with. There's campaigns set up a little bit already with some posts. So it's got plenty of clay to work with. So we'll be sure to, maybe post the video a little bit later or just have everything shown tomorrow. We can get Zach's live take when he's with us tomorrow. But until then, we hope everybody has a wonderful Tuesday, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.